Imagine living on dry land because you're technically a squirrel, you're from Texas, but you decide to move underwater in an oxygen suit basically so you can survive even though you breathe air, but you start missing Texas. That's this character known as Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob for you, a squirrel. A very smart squirrel that has a whole bunch of different inventions over the years that help her out. She's known for intellect and her fighting. Look at her underwater place. It's like a place that's isolated with dry land, so she doesn't always have to wear her super suit in here so she can breathe. She can breathe in here normally. Part of the reason why she's so smart could be because of the gaggy nature of the cartoon. This is one of those shows where the characters can do absolutely anything because they're cartoon goofy characters, depending on what the plot demands, or for comedy. Shoot, she even made another suit that SpongeBob was wearing here. That's kind of like hers. Even got a whole bunch of robots. A jetpack, blah, blah, blah. It's not like she needs this gear to be strong anyway. Let's get into it. She has different forms than SpongeBob, and the main cast, like she has like a hibernation mode where she gets bulkier and kind of becomes like a mindless hulking type being. And she's strong like this. One could argue stronger than she usually would be. She can literally change forms, even has her own muscle form to pump her power up even more. She's a skilled fighter. She loves karate. That's why you see her and SpongeBob wearing these gloves. That's a way for her to practice and stuff. Or they can do like friendly sparring sessions. We've seen her box it out with other karate fighters and do pretty good in straight karate. Even going as far as slamming them. And even doing sweet chin music. And you got this karate moment where Sandy gets the advantage over SpongeBob here. She's not afraid to use different melee weapons in karate. Like implied to kind of be able to summon some chi. Like look how her arms and stuff glow with her punches and such. Like you can't tell me she don't remind me of Azura and stuff like with all this. I want something to be made clear. These characters are ridiculously small compared to us in real life humans. So when you see them chop trees and stuff, it's not like they're chopping real life size trees up. You got to put that in consideration when you realize SpongeBob himself is only an ounce in weight and is only 4 inches tall. Like, and you know, Sandy's not that different in size when it comes to them, so she's pretty freaking small too. Here's a visual on how small SpongeBob, Patrick, and all the gang looks compared to an actual human. So if you see Sandy or SpongeBob destroy something that's 10 times taller than them, it's not like the same thing as real life. She can do all kinds of stuff like making multiple of her arms appear, literally somehow reality warp and look over the panel and break the lore. She can do fourth wall breaking existing outside of the comic book along with SpongeBob and everybody else. Somehow use her tail to spin it and summon a creature whale to help her fight? Like, what? Creature summoning? She can technically fly or glide. And just like SpongeBob and them, they're incredibly hard to kill even when she's stretched and splattered like this. She can just rejuvenate like nothing. She can survive without her oxygen suit deep under the water pressure, showing her durability, and when one of her lungs breaks. But yeah, she can't hold her breath for long, of course. Anyway, when it comes to her strength, she's implied to be one of the strongest beings in this show. Might be even stronger than everybody, like all the main characters, that is. We've seen her constantly lift heavier weight, things many times her size, like anchors and literal buildings. You know, these buildings ain't as large as real buildings, but yeah, they're many times her own size. And she can basically just tear up a city doing this. I know it's a silly cartoon, but when it comes to determining who's the strongest character, narratively speaking, Sandy is apparently stronger than SpongeBob, the main character himself, and he's done some crazy stuff. SpongeBob even said it.
I'm too Texas tough. Who's the strongest critter in Bikini Bottom? You are. Who saves your yellow backside from certain destruction on a regular basis? You do. 'Cause I am the best there is.
Proving that she can move boats from the top of the surface. And after that statement, I think we could say whatever SpongeBob can do, she can do better. You know, narratively, it seems like they want to go that route. She can do this to big old structures like this with her hits. We've seen her rip off Patrick's head. We've seen her physically overpower both of these beings at the same time. So when you see SpongeBob do crazy stuff like rotating the planet, we can automatically assume she can do similar, or those times where SpongeBob gets as big as the planet or bigger. Right here, for example, we see SpongeBob get bigger than countries and continents, or even become the Earth itself. With water absorption, get as big as the freaking planetoid moon. Even in different occasions in comics, he gets this big, SpongeBob can. I mean, if we want to be technical, we've technically seen Sandy, along with the rest of the crew, drink this BS right here, and working together, they burp, Sandy included in this, actually shape the whole planetoid of the moon itself. Sandy may be small, but apparently along with the other cast members, she can shake planetoids like the moon just by freaking burping. SpongeBob and Patrick are literally scared of her, implied to be way stronger than them. You see what she does to Patrick here. We haven't seen Sandy do this, but she probably can. Patrick is the same being that can freeze the entire planet Earth for a long time. Now, I wouldn't really be surprised if Sandy could destroy the entirety of the moon, or just freeze the entire Earth over, if I'm being honest. I mean, if SpongeBob can do stuff like this, and she's apparently stronger, and we see them rotate the planet more than once. Why wouldn't Sandy with her raw power be able to rotate the planet like SpongeBob did? Yeah, they're literally scared of Sandy. If these planets in the SpongeBob universe are anything like ours, there's planets like Saturn that make the Earth look ridiculously small. There's a lot of ways you can look at this. You can look at this as that this is just a gaggy moment, or she actually got big enough to like almost take up the space of one of these rings of Saturn. This would prove that she herself can get bigger than the Earth. I wouldn't really doubt the idea of her becoming bigger than the Earth, being as big as one of these. And SpongeBob is able to do ludicrous stuff like this with a leaf blower. You could argue whatever they touch, they just get magically crazier. So far, she can hit hard enough to destroy the planet. We're just getting started. When it comes to their durability, the stuff they can survive, Sandy should be able to survive stuff like this too. Stuff that can blow up the Earth, and stuff that suck in the entire solar system. This is the kind of stuff Sandy and the main cast can survive and get sucked into a parallel universe. The inside of SpongeBob is literally a parallel dimension. SpongeBob can literally break himself or break the dimension he's in, even though the dimension he's in apparently has its own sun. And if we assume that Sandy is stronger than SpongeBob, you know what that means. Sandy can break dimensions that have a literal sun in it. This would not only be like proving that she can destroy the Earth, but this would prove she could mess up thousands of Earths, honestly. If SpongeBob can mess up his own inside of his brain dimension, which has his own universal sun in it, then she should be able to do that too. Probably because of Toon Force, SpongeBob is able to create his own universe with galaxies in it and crap. Like, stuff like this, Sandy should be able to do too, making his own universe. And like, yeah. I mean, Patrick literally is powerful enough to make his own universe, apparently. Parallel universe.
I've invented a parallel universe!
Well, I thought it was a pretty good idea.
And Sandy overpowers Patrick. Matter of fact, SpongeBob and Patrick at the same freaking time. Honestly, due to Toon Force, if she's anything like them, she can more than likely make her own universe too. As smart as she is, earlier I showed you her making different inventions. If Patrick can create a whole universe, I don't see why Sandy wouldn't be able to either. I mean, she can make teleportation devices, but that's none of my business. And of course, since SpongeBob and Sandy have like a little karate rivalry, similar to how SpongeBob can somehow use the string bull crap to somehow miraculously destroy the Milky Way galaxy and the universe, would it? This would imply that Sandy Cheeks could destroy the universe too, just like SpongeBob. So in raw speed, SpongeBob and Patrick have ran away from Sandy before, and we see Sandy walking them down in raw speed. I mean, we even seen Sandy catch Patrick, somebody that can run from Bikini Bottom all the way to the sun in like, what, 10, 11 seconds or something crap? That speed, if she's similar to Patrick in speed, that would mean she's over 40 times faster than the speed of light. I mean, she's simply having fun on the moon. She can literally travel from the moon to Saturn in literally like 2 seconds. Based on the distance between Saturn and the moon, she would have to be moving over 600 times faster than the speed of light. I mean, when she's faster than characters that can literally in a moment create a universe, like how do you invent a universe that fast? Or how the heck do you unwind your string so fast to where you unwind the entire Milky Way galaxy and the rest of the universe that quick? Like, how does that even work? Yeah, she can shatter the universe with her karate chops. She can do anything SpongeBob can do, even if it's karate chop at the universe. But what do you guys think? Go ahead and smash that like button for me real quick. And thanks for the donations, everybody. Sandy. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.